explain it properly, I do so, but unfortunately I'll just call it the Liberty Dollar on steroids, and that should hopefully make some sense to the people in here. It's all the things that you like about the Liberty Dollar without any of the roadblocks or challenges that were established in that model. Some of you are familiar with the Liberty Dollar, some of you like it, some of you don't. Rest assured that given time, maybe 15 or 20 minutes or so, I could certainly convince you guys all here to become fans of the American Open Currency Standard and put your support behind it as well. This is the time and the place to do that. Just to give you a little bit of information about some of our accomplishments, and maybe one of the reasons why I'm here today. We've established a network so far across the country of about 30,000 merchants that actively will accept and trade and circulate a 1-ounce round of silver in our private barter group for face value of $50. Whether you understand it or not, you like it or not, it exists, it's out there. And I certainly recommend that you check our website, which is opencurrency.com, to see a list of who's available in your area to start supporting some of these merchants, start getting yourself away from the dollar. Like Ray mentioned a few moments ago, I gave a speech in Philadelphia at the end of Fed rally just a few weeks ago. And I said, unfortunately, guys, I appreciate what you're doing, but I'm not here to end the Fed. And, a murmur went through the crowd, and I said, well, no, I'm on your team, don't get me wrong, but I'm here to create a system to do it right. I don't know what they're doing, I don't care what they did, I don't care, all the transgressions. I just want to establish a system that is based on transparency, so that people can get behind it, know what they're getting into, everything's out in the open, the doors are wide open, anyone can look and smell and ask any question they like and get the answer that they may or may not be looking for, but at least a straight answer. So we want to establish the right system. It, in my opinion, is the best one that's out there now, but the goal, again, is not to end the Fed, it's just to do it right. And if a byproduct of the work that I do is actually, comes to be ending the Federal Reserve, so be it. That's beyond my control, but certainly something that I would look forward to in the not-so-distant future. If I could give you any advice, it's buy silver and do it quickly. Obviously, with the transgressions of the Federal Reserve, we all know that hyperinflation is somewhere peaking its way around the corner. But I'd like to toot my own horn for a second and just say that the work that I'm directly involved with and doing right now will cause such a disruption in the metals market that I don't know how it will ever recover. But we've got a lot of interesting projects in the works, like Ray mentioned, the Free Lakota Bank. Just to give you an example of what happened with that, thank you to Gary Franchi as well, the power of the press. Within 24 hours of releasing the press release of the pre-launch of the Free Lakota Bank, the internet swamped the websites, shut the email servers down, Google Checkout, PayPal, both of those were overwhelmed, shut down those accounts, and we ended up moving within probably a week, I'd say tops, we've moved about 20,000 ounces of silver. So we're hitting mainstream, and we're doing it very quickly, we're doing it very well. And the silver market is only so big. What's my time doing there, man? Good. And so with the limited supply, the things that we do this year, by the end of the year, we project to have over $1 billion in our economy, 250,000 merchants across the country actively participating. So look forward to it. A lot of neat things coming out that I really just can't share with you right now, but you will hear about in the next 2 or 3 weeks through the grapevine. I was really hoping for a more informal meeting today. I appreciate the audience, and I appreciate the cameras, and I appreciate that this will go out, through the wires to the world for everyone to see, and I think it's great that it's wide open, but I was really hoping for more active and hearty debate here today, so that we could talk about some of the things that are going on, ask questions to each other, have that opportunity. I wholeheartedly support any effort to bring people like this together here in this room in the future, in the not-so-distant future content of Congress. It has my full and undivided support and attention. But at the same time, I'd really like to see a group like this convene again sometime soon. Congress, I don't know how big a Congress has to be in order to be official, but this looks to me like a pretty official group of some of the leaders in our industry, in our business, in our line of work, so to speak. I tried doing some anagrams last night of Bilderberger and Trilateral, and I figure, if we get together, we should come up with a name for ourselves. And so far, I've got Glibbery and Later Trail Commission. So, anyway, my point is that I'd love to see this group here get together quarterly, yearly, whatever it is. We represent huge numbers across the country, and I disagree, and I want to go on the record as disagreeing with the strategy that we've got to get millions and millions and millions of voters out there to select these delegates. while it may be important for our group to officially be recognized as being official by getting so many votes together, I don't want it to interfere with us actually getting something done and bringing groups like this together. I want us to be able to do the best we can. So, in the spirit of the Continental Congress, yes, our group is completely behind it. I met Bob in Plano, Texas, just a few months ago, and Bob, when he does his little road show, he asks everybody in the audience to raise their hand and shout out why they're there. And I said, well, Bob called on me, and I said, I'm here to create enough value to make a product that we can sell to raise enough money to pay for the Continental Congress 2009. It's kind of almost a little surprising, but that's what we're doing right now. So be it. So anyway, I'd love to see this group come together again. I'd love to see us involved and actively